Welcome to the Shiproom. You're on the air. Now, the idea of a cellular network was first proposed in 1979, and a mere 20 years later, my next guest and his company took the digital world by storm. Please welcome the EVP and CIO of T-Mobile, Kody Sanford. Hey, thanks for being here.
Love it. I'd love to be here.
So IT is always going to be judged by its ROI. How do you communicate, to your leadership team about your team's success?
So we have just a couple of metrics. Time to value is what we try to express. So how fast can we get an idea from inception to producing value for the company? And that's not always a product that we can sell. Sometimes it's about reducing costs and care, or just creating a better customer experience. So we try really hard to measure how much time does it take us to get from here to there.
Yeah.
So speed of deployments. So we moved from quarterly deployments to monthly deployments. Now we're doing 80 to 100 pushes a day. So
a truly cloud, it's a true cloud architecture.
Yeah, we have metrics on uptime's a big one, but uptime we found was a pretty stale way for us to express the actual experience of our frontline and our customers, because one application's uptime doesn't necessarily mean the transaction worked all the way end to end.
Yes.
And then measured ourselves against, did the transaction start as intended and end as intended, or was it interrupted? Even if it was up, there's still errors, there's problems, so we started measuring ourselves. The other thing was speed of resolution. So can I render in less than 2 seconds?
Yeah.
So any digital experience, can I render that in less than 2 seconds? We started finding creative ways to express that, not in traditional ROI, like return on invested capital, which is important, but that tends to be more important at a board level and an executive team level. Yeah. But when you're talking to your actual frontline teams, or the people who support the frontline teams, they want to know that what they're asking for is happening fast, it's working as intended, and it's doing what it's supposed to do 100% of the time.
This is going to surprise you, this one right here. That actually is someone calling us on the Teams phone.
Oh, really?
Check out this beauty.
Wow. That's awesome.
Hey, you're on the Shiproom here with Cody Sanford. Who is this?
Hi, my name is Margot Van Dam, and I lead a research institute studying non-grammatical multi-platform communicative iconography.
And what does that mean?
I'm an emoji expert.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, all right.
So my team and I have been developing something really exciting I want to show Cody.
All right, you game?
All right, yeah, let's see it.
So Cody, I'm going to show you a series of new emojis, the result of several 100,000 hours of scientific research. And I want you to tell me what you think. This one is a dog and a cat getting married. You can see the dog's family objecting in the background. This is when, you want to tell someone via text, it's been a day.
That's awesome.
Okay, here's a pig splashing in a tub of tacos. This is the perfect emoji for saying, this diet is working.
Taco Tuesdays in a tub, yep.
A smiley face cyclops. Send this to your roommate to ask, do you know where my contacts are?
All right, okay.
I'll buy that one.
This one is a hedgehog building a go-kart. For your mom when you want her to stop bothering you about homework.
All right, you lost me on that one.
Goose with a chainsaw. Well, this one is totally self-explanatory.
Yep.
Now, we are willing to sign an exclusive agreement with T-Mobile for the use of all these emojis, because our contract with Windows Mobile 5.0 is about to expire.
Yeah, that's awesome. But you can reach my assistant at any time.
And one last question, Cody. Any tech company is always fighting the war for talent. What do you do to make T-Mobile a place where you could recruit the best technical people? And how do you maintain that?
That is a really good question, and I'll share with you a lot of the work that we do and have done for the last few years has been specifically designed around reshaping what we are in the community. Said differently, how we're perceived in the technical community. Most people think of carriers as carriers, working for the phone company or some slightly modern version of the phone company. It's very hard to recruit talent looking to work for cutting edge technology companies like Microsoft. Coming out of engineering school to think about coming to work for T-Mobile. So one, we had to be brand relevant. I think we have done that. We've established an edgy brand in the marketplace, but more importantly, people want to have exciting things to work on. They want to be working in ML and AI. They want to be working on blockchain. They want to be writing software that ships to customers that they're going to get famous for, they're going to have fun doing. So we needed to start encouraging our developers to get active in that. And the other thing was just doing stuff that we knew resonated and mattered. So when we did talk to those technical experts and engineers that were coming out of school, they came work for us. But the best way to attract engineers is to hire great engineers.
Oh, sure.
And
like attracts like.
Yep. So the big shift for us about 3 years ago was moving away from third-party developers towards full-time employee engineers. It sounds easy to do, but it was a major shift for us.
You know, you and I were just looking at the rate at which you rolled out Microsoft 365 services. It was pretty remarkable.
It was fast.
How did you describe the change for your users?
We paved the road with, emails and training campaigns, but ultimately it's not hard to convince a modern workforce of the benefits of being in the cloud. It's not that hard, especially when it works. So once we didn't do it all at once, like anyone, we started to migrate. We got good at it. Your team's an awesome partner for us. Once we got good at it, it just happened. Securing mobile devices and just security in general has been probably the best partnership outcome. Just like you, I'm sure, we're in a constant state of discovery on new security opportunities. So the extent Microsoft stays ahead of that, it makes it so easy to adopt all the latest upgrades and all the new policy improvements.
Creating a 5G network is no easy task. I'm going to throw out some kind of a topic. I'm going to see if you can name 5 things that start with the G on that topic. Name 5 animals that start with the letter G.
All right, giraffe, gator, gopher, groundhog, gazelle.
Man, you did well.
All right.
5 people's names that start with G.
Jeff, Greg, Gina, Godfrey. Is that 5?
Close enough.
All right.
5, this is a hard one. 5 movies that start with G.
Oh, Gone with the Wind.
Godfather 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's good.
5 foods that start with G.
Go-gurt.
You must have kids.
Yes, I do. Garbanzo beans, garlic.
Grapefruit. Yeah, we're good. All right, last one. Name the 5 U.S. states that start with the letter G.
All right, we have to go slow on this. Georgia.
All right, I'm just playing with it. There is only one.
Georgia. Yeah, there's only one.
So last year, your organization went through a reorg that I found fascinating. As part of the reorg, you added the word product to IT. What led to that change of the name, and how did that name change impact the culture of your team?
Yeah, I wish it was easy just changing the name. I need to rewind the clock a little bit to make that story actually make sense. We knew we needed to become something more than IT because what the business needed from us was innovation. It needed speed. It needed the ability to launch new business units, not traditional associated qualities of an IT organization. So we built a roadmap and said, here are the things that we need to get to be able to rebrand ourselves. And when we got to that place, we rebranded ourselves, but we rebranded ourselves to digital technology and development. And that was probably 1.5 years into the journey. So fast forward to last August, we knew we needed to take it one step further, which is think about product horizontally, so our channels, retail, care, B2B, and vertically, so our lines of business. We need to start creating a holistic top to bottom, from design through dev, through sustainment to sunset. How do we bring software to market for our customers and for our frontline in a way that we can sustain? So we didn't just name ourselves product, we actually took all those teams and we smushed them together. And we created horizontal channel product teams and line of business channel teams. I mean, product teams. And that's when we called ourselves product. Now, the journey's been steep from that point because while most digital native companies, this would be a boring story, for us it was a major leap forward. So we've been working really hard to define how does product and technology sit together.
And that name change was meaningful, even in the ability to recruit.
I will tell you, it is incredibly hard to recruit. When on the banner over your booth, it says IT. And most millennials have no idea what IT even is. I mean, they know what engineering is, but IT are the people who fix the copiers. So needing to brand yourselves on what you actually do, that writing software, deploying product and services, you needed to find a way to tell that story.
All right, so while we've been talking, we have the infamous Shiproom machine learning bot that's been listening to the conversation. It's been looking at what the conversation has been, and it's formulated 12 of the most pertinent, relevant questions to end the show with. But this week's going to be something different, and with the help of T-Mobile's 5G network, let's just text each other the question and answers. You got your phone?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, let's get ready to go here. This 5G stuff's pretty good. Before you leave, if people want to learn more about T-Mobile or about you and what you're doing inside of, your engineering team at T-Mobile, where would they go?
TMobile.com. You find me on the website. Happy to share my email. It's Cody.Sanford@t-mobile.com. Please email me. I'm not going to give you my phone number, but actually you can probably find that on the website too.
Yeah.
Please reach out,
Thank you for being here. Thanks for sharing what you're doing and how you're driving the culture and modernizing what's happening at T-Mobile. I think it's just totally inspirational. This has been another episode of the Shiproom. This is Brad Anderson. We'll see you in the next one. Yo, microphone, check 1, 2. What is this? The 5-foot assassin with the rough neck business. All right.
I'm surprised you guys found that many clean lyrics.
Hey everyone, now that you've watched this episode of the Shiproom, I really recommend you go to Microsoft365.com/shift and learn how to get started deploying Windows 10 and Office 365.